Hello, Bay Ridge. Welcome to another edition of After Hours. This week we're going to talk about something a little bit different, which is something that I think many people have never heard of, this particular important topic. A lot of Christians have never heard of the four symbols that were used to represent Jesus or to express the Christian faith by the early church. These are the symbols of a man, a lion, an ox, and an eagle. And these symbols weren't just randomly picked. They come out of Ezekiel chapter 1 and the vision that Ezekiel had there around God's throne. And then John echoes that in Revelation chapter 4. And the early church picked up on these, and very often they were used to associate something about Jesus or the Gospels and to teach the Christian faith. There's a few examples that you can see of this down through history. If you look on the screen right now, you'll see the book of Kells. This is an ancient set of Gospels that were developed by the Celtic church somewhere around the 600s. And there are four famous images of the man and the ox and the lion and the eagle. It's actually man, lion, ox, and eagle that are there in the book of Kells. There's also a picture that I took a few years ago when we were in Venice at St. Mark's Cathedral, because it was St. Mark. The symbol is the lion, and you can see the lion up there on the cathedral. There were lions all over the place. And there's another one that's coming on the screen now that is known as a tetramorph. This is all four symbols in one painting. And so these were just a few of the ways that they were used artistically down through the history of the church. And they were a key way of teaching about Christ for over 1,000 years. But most modern Christians are not even aware of these. So if you travel in Europe, or even if you look at some old Bibles, you'll see these symbols, but most people aren't even sure why they're there. Now, we studied them a few years ago to look at how they were related to the Gospels. Matthew became associated with the man, Mark with the lion, Luke with the ox, and John with the eagle. And that's one way that it was done to represent the four Gospels. But this year we're going to do something a little bit different, which is looking at how these symbols are related to the person and the work of Jesus Christ. Each of these symbols or these images give us a picture, a view into who Jesus is and what he did. And so we're going to be looking at them throughout Advent to see, what do they teach us about Jesus' person and work? How does meditating on these aspects of who Jesus is, understanding what it means that he's the man, he's the lion, he's the ox, and the eagle, when I meditate on that, what does that mean? How does that help me grow in my Christian walk, help me grow in my faith? And how can it help me grow in my passion for Jesus? Because this isn't just about knowledge. It isn't about understanding something that's kind of cool out of the past history of the church. But when we accurately understand who Jesus is and what he did for us and for our salvation, it should stir up within us passion, a desire to know him more, to worship him more deeply, to walk with him more faithfully. So that's what we're going to be looking at this Advent. I encourage you to join us in this journey from now until Christmas as we're thinking about why Jesus came. It's not just some other holiday. It's not just some little aspect or something traditional. It is near the heart of the Christian faith, this journey that we're going to be taking when we think of why God, the eternal Son of God, Jesus Christ, became incarnate, why he became truly human, and how he lived and died for us and for our salvation. So I hope you'll join us on this journey. I look forward to us gathering on Friday evening this week for an evening of praise and prayer, and then on Sunday as we begin looking at these images of Christ for Advent, we look at Jesus, the man, the true human. I hope you have a great week. God bless.